Alright friends, welcome back to fourth capsule. This is on Arunachal Pradesh and Actions of Rajbhavan. And let us look at Arunachal Pradesh. Please look into this. Arunachal Pradesh is the northeastern state of India. It has got borders with two states, that is Nagaland and Assam. And at the same time, it has got international border with Bhutan, China and Myanmar. These things please don't forget. It has got international border with the three countries, that is Bhutan, China and Myanmar. And if you come back to the issue of Arunachal Pradesh and actions of Rajbhavan, prior to December 2015, Nabam Tuki was the chief minister and Nabam Rebia was the speaker. Nabam Tuki and Nabam Rebia both belongs to Congress party and both are cousins. And if you look at Arunachal Pradesh, number of assembly constituencies are 60 and reserved for scheduled tribe 59. And in 2014 assembly elections, Indian National Congress got 42, Bharatiya Janata Party got 11, People's Party of Arunachal got 5 and Independents 2. So Congress got 2/3 of majority in Arunachal Assembly in 2014 assembly elections. And if you look at the issue of Arunachal Pradesh, Nabam Tuki was the chief minister and Kalikhopul, he also belongs to Congress party. He was a minister in Nabam Tuki ministry initially and subsequently he was sacked. And the trouble started in the month of December 2015 and 21 MLAs of Congress party broke away in the month of December. And subsequently the breakaway group of MLAs, that means 21 breakaway group Congress MLAs along with the BJP's 12 supporters elected Kalikhopul as the leader. And on December 9, 2015, Governor advanced assembly session to December 16 from the scheduled date of January 14, 2016. And on December 15, 2015, Speaker Nabam Rebia disqualified 14 of 21 rebel Congress MLAs. And as I have already told you, 33 MLAs elected Congress rebel Kalikhopul as their leader. And subsequently, the matter went to Guwahati High Court. And the matter also gone to Supreme Court. Meanwhile, after several developments, President's rule was imposed on January 26. Subsequently, President's rule was lifted on February 19, 2016 and on February 20, Kalikhopul was sworn in as the Chief Minister in place of Nabam Tuki. Right? So, these were the developments took place and now Supreme Court severely faulted the actions of Rajbhavan. And recently, Supreme Court gave its verdict. The 5-judge Constitution bench directed status quo ante as on 15th December 2015. What is meant by status quo? Status quo means the position as on date is to be restored. What is the meaning of status quo ante? Status quo ante means the position on the previous date is to be restored. The Supreme Court ordered the position as on 15th December 2015 is to be restored. That means technically the then Chief Minister Nabam Tuki will once again become the Chief Minister. And the other aspect is, this is for the first time in the history, the Supreme Court used its powers of judicial review to restore a government when its successor government is still in place. As just now we have learnt, on February 20, 2016, Kalikhopul became the Chief Minister, but as per the Supreme Court order, Nabam Tuki once again became the Chief Minister because Supreme Court stated that the status quo ante of December 15, 2015 is to be restored, right? And actions of Rajbhavan seriously faulted by the Supreme Court. Here there are two main issues. One is the assembly session was advanced by almost a month by the Governor Jyoti Prasad Rajkhova. Assembly session was advanced by around a month from the original date of January 14, 2016 to December 16, 2015. Then second thing is, Governor asked the legislature to take up the motion to remove the speaker as the first item on the agenda. That means these two actions were faulted by the Supreme Court badly. That means advancing the session by 28 days to December 16, 2015, and at the same time deciding what motion is to be discussed by the governor on his own when the duly elected government is in force, that is faulted by the Supreme Court. And if you look at the powers of governor under Article 163, as per Article 163(1), Council of Ministers are to aid and advise the governor in the exercise of his functions. As long as elected government is there, governor cannot act on his own. On the date of December 15, 2015, elected government was very much in place and governor has to act based on the advice of the Council of Ministers. But governor took these two decisions on his own, advancing the assembly by around a month. Second thing is, what are the items to be discussed, that is also decided by the governor on his own, and these two things badly faulted by the Supreme Court, and they are not as per the constitution as felt by the Supreme Court. So they are not supporting Article 163(1), under which governor is supposed to be acted based on the advice of duly elected Council of Ministers. So governor violated these norms. And when we discussed imposition of Article 356 under news analysis of 17th week, one point we discussed was, by 1980s, Rajbhavans became a stage for head counts and horse trading, and a case in point is the dismissal of N.T. Ramarao government in 1984 by the then Governor Ramlal. So again, abuse of Rajbhavan is clearly evident, and this clearly indicates that governor violated the Constitution of India as per Article 163(1). So, if you summarize the actions of the governor, first one is, governor acted in a partisan manner without giving due credence to the constitutional provisions under Article 163(1). Second point is, governor involved in solving the dispute in a political party. Then he cannot act without the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers when the elected government is in place. And he had no role in the removal of the speaker, because the first motion as suggested by the governor is to take up the motion to remove the speaker. On his own, he cannot advise the legislature to take up a motion to remove the speaker. Then at the same time, he had no authority to interfere in the speaker's powers under the anti-defection law, and at the same time, he had no basis to act on the views of a group of 21 breakaway Congress MLAs, right? So here the Supreme Court clearly states that the governor Jyoti Prasad Rajkhova violated the constitutional provisions under Article 163, and it is a fit case for governor to resign because he violated constitutional provisions, right? So this is all about the actions of Rajbhavan, and in some of the cases like this, governors are acting as agents of central government. This is evident not only during the tenure of this government, but it is evident almost all the central governments are responsible to use the governors as agents of central government. So it is a clear indictment of the role of governors in running the state governments, and in overall terms, it takes away the credibility of governors as a whole. Right friends, with this let us conclude the fourth capsule. Please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.